Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, His Eminence, the Sultan of Sokoto, His Lordship, ably represented Bishop Kuka, Your Highness, the Emir of Zauzau, the Zarkin Yagi Gaji, the Executive Vice Chairman of the Kaduna Peace Commission, the Program Lead of the CSSF, Nigeria Stability Program, Foreign Commonwealth and Development Office, Mr. Cliff Gay, the Executive Chairman of the Kaduna Peace Commission, Dr. Saleh Momale, the Director General of the Sokoto Agency for Human Rights, NGO donors and partners, Alhaji Shehu Mohammed, Alhaji Bala Tijani Mohammed, the Zakin Yagi, I think I had mentioned you earlier, sir, Alhaji Sani Jabi, the Provost of the Nigerian Police Force Relations Office, CPO Juku, our very, very good friend, the Country Director of Amnesty International, and numerous people, executive directors of organizations, our dear friends in the sector, the communities, the Gaji community and the Zonkwa community representatives with whom we have worked for the past year. It is a pleasure to sit in the, and oh yes, my dearest mom, Alhaja Madi, thank you so much for making the time to be with us today. Just yesterday, we celebrated the first 10 years, the 10 years of the kidnap of the Chibok girls. And it was a very painful memorial because on the 30th of April, 2014, when we held the protests, largely women from across Nigeria standing in front of the National Assembly, and people had paid their way to come into Abuja for the protest in Abuja to protest the kidnap of the girls. We didn't think that yesterday we would be talking about 10 years after the girls were kidnapped. We thought we would have them all back with us, rehabilitated and back in school. But the conflict across Nigeria has metastasized since then and grown in comic proportions across the entire country. The Northwest is not left out of this challenge. And as a matter of fact, the crisis has metastasized to epic proportions beyond the Northeast to the Northwest, and have gotten worse in the communities in Northwestern Nigeria. I was talking about the Chibok girls and how we thought that the conflict in the Northeast would have ended by now and not have it spread across the country. But in the past 10 years, it has also metastasized to other parts of the country. And as the Northwest has become the epicenter of this crisis. As in all peace-building processes, Resolution 1325 reminds us of the importance of women in peace building. As a matter of fact, if half of Nigeria's population are women, then half of Nigeria's population are disenfranchised from peace building processes. And that begins to inform why we thought that this intervention was necessary. Women and children, for whom they're primary caregivers, are largely most impacted by the crisis of insecurity. And Nigeria has been a largely insecure place. We're thankful for your cooperation as we implemented this project. Our project partners in Zonkwa, in Gaji, representatives of government, traditional leaders, religious leaders, most especially our partners at the CSSF for their commitment and their partnership in the implementation of this project. This is a dissemination meeting and a review meeting, and yet at the same time, it is a very critical meeting that helps us to chart the way forward on what building community resilience and local responses to conflict and insecurity in the Northwest would be. For global rights in the past, we've done many things in this regard. We've worked to build a capacity of more than 5,000 paralegals, largely in northwestern Nigeria and in some parts of the Northeast as well. Community resilience and enfranchisement projects such as this ones are very, very inevitable. They're very critical to rebuilding peace in the region. We're happy to see the successes of our program, that we've been able to surpass the expectations of that we had set, the targets we had set ahead of this project. The partners themselves will speak of the project. We also believe in communities amplifying themselves and talk about the changes and about how constructive dialogue, not just male and female, but between ethnic groups and between religious groups, has been established in their community. It's our hope that next year and the year after, we will speak not just of Gaji and Zonkwa community, we would speak of a spread of such interventions in not just Northwest Nigeria, but every troubled part of Nigeria. We all have one thing in common. We love our country and we're worried about its future. But interventions like this set us back on the right path from where we've deviated. God intends to bless Nigeria. We intend to work for Nigeria. Thank you for being in this room as a first step to achieving this. Thank you, and God bless you.